Do you remember when Elon recreated the subway and called it the Hyperloop? Then he convinced Las Vegas that it was a great idea to install one under the strip. So the Las Vegas Convention and Visitors Authority committed $52 million in bonds to it. They also spent $24.5 million to purchase the Las Vegas monorail out of bankruptcy. And this gave the Boring Company the right to tunnel in the monorail's non-compete territory. Now they pay about $4.5 million annually in operating costs. I don't know, it's giving people mover, but instead of a train, it's a 5-seater car. And instead of moving lots of people at once, the car is taking care of 4 people. And the car does seat 5 people, but can only accommodate 4 passengers because, the car doesn't drive itself yet. Well, maybe. I mean, he says full autonomy is coming, so it must be coming soon, right? All in all, it's a monorail, but way less efficient. Uber's innovating too. They're launching a new product that's called Route Share. They call it their new budget-friendly ride option. How does it work, you ask? Well, they say it's a brand new way to travel. Basically, they have designated pickup locations along a specific route. It runs about every 20 minutes or so during peak hours. Yeah, Uber is starting a bus service, but in cars. Wait, you need to know what cities it's launching in. Dallas, Baltimore, New York City, San Francisco, Chicago, Philadelphia, and Boston, because the bulk of those cities don't have a robust public transportation system. What are we doing? Amazon's at it too. They convinced us that we don't need to go to the store. But if we really, really need to, then we definitely don't need a cashier to check us out. If you pop into one of their Amazon Go stores, there's not a cashier in sight. However, your virtual cashier will follow your every move, adding items that you select onto your virtual tab. And then when you're done, they'll ring you up. So I guess it's a new kind of corner store with a new kind of cashier. Oh, and do you remember when we cut the cord for cable because we had all these channels and nothing to watch and it just cost way too much for what it was? Well, now we have a bunch of streaming services with nothing to watch. But thankfully, they don't have those pesky commercials like cable did. Oh, there's commercials now, no matter what tier you have. It's like having cable, but with different billing dates. What are we actually doing? These tech companies are solving problems by making them less efficient while charging more for them. I feel like there's a lesson here. Something like everything old is new again, but not as good as it used to be or as it was promised, or something like that. I guess that's not a lesson per se. It's more like a disjointed adage. When did we stop solving problems that people actually have? It's as though business is not able to come up with problems anymore, so they're dressing up proven solutions. Did you know there was a startup who wanted to help people who went to laundromats but didn't have enough quarters to do their laundry? So they made a subscription service. You get 40 quarters each month for $14.99. I guess the change machine was just too challenging to use. It was so challenging that someone would pay $14.99 to get $10 in quarters. I can't. I think our tech giants have maybe run out of ideas. Well, maybe they haven't run out of ideas. Maybe they fired all of the people with the ideas and replaced them with AI. It's just a theory. Next, you're going to tell me that my favorite boba shop is replacing their loyalty punch card with something on the blockchain. I guess you're also going to tell me that they're replacing paper receipts with NFTs. Maybe it's that they don't actually solve problems, but they find systems to break them, and then they repackage them as a solution. I don't know. I actually think these cuts to US federal agencies are a continuation of solutions for things that weren't actual problems, until they made them a problem, that is. The cuts to the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, NOAA, those hit me hard. NOAA is the reason my family got out of Miami before Hurricane Andrew hit in '92. Well, NOAA and Brian Norcross. When we returned home after the storm passed, our house was littered all over the neighborhood. I can't imagine what would have happened to us without that warning. Think about the tornadoes that happened this week. We are seeing more weather events, and now we have fewer meteorologists to look out for them. Maybe it's just me, but I felt that the weather predictions lately have been a little off. The people who forecast the weather, tracks hurricanes, and monitors what's happening with weather patterns have been downsized. Not all forecast offices have the coverage they need to alert of an unexpected weather event. That's where big business can come in. They can protect the safety of the public with a solution with an app for alerts called Storm Shield. This app already exists. They provide alerts like NOAA weather alerts via push notification. They even allow you to see NOAA's severe weather alerts on a map. so you can see where the dangerous weather is happening. And if you enhance the app to a monthly subscription, you can get premium weather information. And if you upgrade with Lightning, you can unlock a lightning map and lightning strike push notifications. The idea of this app is a great solution, a solution for NOAA to put in place. This app is powered on information provided by NOAA and the National Weather Service. I guess we'll have to wait for another company to come in and hire a bunch of meteorologists and start monitoring weather patterns. There you go. A solution for something that wasn't a problem until they made it a problem. I'm sure instead of sending up weather balloons, we could use maybe a network of satellites for future predictions. We can use the meteorologists to train AI in detecting catastrophic weather events. And then that business can sell their predictive services as a business-to-business solution. No more checking your phone or the local news to see what the weather will be like. Use your paid weather app so that you can be in the know too. Insurance companies are going to use these services to adjust their premiums accordingly. They'll raise premiums across storm-predicted zip codes, making space for something like a consumer financial marketplace. It could be a fintech app that offers storm-adjusted credit scores and climate-smart mortgage bundles. That would be something the FCC would probably have to look at. Since the average person won't be able to justify the expense of an app for the weather, they'll be caught off guard by a big weather event. A great solution for that is a disaster prep as a service, or PaaS. It would be a subscription-based service with prep kits and a mobile response team. These companies, they'll have subscribed to the weather service, so they're always prepared to deploy their services in disaster target areas. You'll be notified of any impending bad weather events through this service. And that's just NOAA and FEMA. Imagine how they would monetize the FDA, the EPA, the FAA, the DOT. At least Netflix is allowing Sesame Street to continue to be aired on PBS. We were told that new is better, but it's often just more profitable. Innovation used to solve problems. Now it just adds subscriptions. These businesses, they're not innovative. They're just slashing your tires and then offering you a ride and then charging you for the gas. Our taxes are not being lowered, but the value is being slashed. And once big business gets its way, we're going to pay the taxes that we already pay. Plus, we're going to pay more for services that our taxes used to provide for. June 14th is the next day that we need to focus on. Y'all should be mad by now. So I hope to see you there. I'll be there in spirit. For those of you who are resting, please continue. Your resistance is being felt in other places. Thank you for chatting with me. I really love being in community with you. It warms my heart so much when you share these videos with other people. If you're watching but you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. If you're new here, this video right here is for you. And if you've been here for a while, watch this instead. I'll see you so soon. Okay, bye.